Holy snickerdoodle, I'm actually recording this. Hey guys, it's Rant again, coming again with another video. Sorry for not posting, I guess. Then again, who watches the video? Anyways, this video is dedicated to Dead by Daylight and my stand with the killers and survivors. In my opinion, like most killer mains in Dead by Daylight, it's very survivor skewed. It's skewed to the survivor's favor, especially towards endgame. At the beginning of the game, when you're first starting out, it feels like the killer has the most power and he can fucking murk you. But as you start leveling up and getting better as a survivor, the survivor starts getting stronger, and I feel like the killer starts getting weaker. And the biggest problem I have is all of these second chances that the survivor gets. Like, I feel like it always skews, whatever, I'm pretty mad actually, but it always goes over to the survivor's favor most of the time. And I know I'm not the greatest killer, and I'm not supposed to get 4 kills every single game, but it's kind of irritating that when I get one person down, that they have decisive strike for a second chance, or they have a friend blind me or something like that, or they body block it, so I basically just can't do anything. It's kind of annoying. It's really annoying actually, because then I feel like the survivor always gets the good side of it. And if I play like trash this game, it's because I'm focusing more on the conversation, but I'm still probably gonna do pretty bad because I'm not good. But I always feel like this game skews toward, or whatever, it always goes towards the survivor's favor, like I said. They have so many perks that give them a second chance if they messed up somewhere. That guy jukes me, there's somebody around here. Decisive strike gives them a second chance. Dead hard gives them a chance if they mess up. And then when they first get into a chase, and they're playing against, or they're just playing in general, and they start off with what's it called, sprint burst, and they run really fast. That's not the biggest problem in my opinion, because it just gives them a little space, which can be covered pretty quickly. But I feel irritated that the best killer in the game, the nurse, is one of the hardest killers to play, and basically if you don't play her, most of the times you won't do amazing. Like, you can do amazing work with different survivors, or not survivors, killers, like the hillbilly, clown, and etc. But I feel like it's always, you always got to play these specific killers to have a good game. You can't play the pig because the pig is really bad. Can't, especially can't play Freddy. Freddy's awful. He's a god-awful killer. They need to rework him, and I don't know how that didn't hit, but whatever. And I'm glad that Hillbilly kind of catches my my eye. He's my favorite killer. But it bothers me knowing that a lot of the killers aren't having that much fun playing the killers they want to play, like Michael Myers, because his setup isn't amazing. You can do amazing on any killer if you have the right skill, don't get me wrong. But I always feel like this game has been survivor friendly, and it bothers me that I have to try my ass off to try to get at least 2 kills, while the survivors can just fucking walk all over me and barely have to try. Skill checks aren't hard. Generators are done far too fast without Hex Ruin. Hex Ruin totem placements are fucking horrible. I don't have Hex Ruin equipped because on Hillbilly mine's only level 1. I have it in my skill tree to get a level 2 in a moment, but even then it's not gonna work. And I feel like the game flies by too fast towards the end game, and it really needs to be reworked. I remember oh, I just got juked. I remember this one time I had a really good game with Hillbilly, and I had 4 kills. I got everybody. I was doing really good. I got really lucky. And one of them messaged me if I was hacking, because I always knew where they were. And I was, like I said, I was just really lucky, but the fact that they think that I was hacking because I did a good game is kind of bothersome. I feel like the killer should always have more strength than the survivor, not in every single way. I feel like Survivor also needs its own strengths while also having weaknesses. But a lot of the time, I feel like when I get somebody down, it's not because I did better than them. It's because they had a mistake and I acted on that mistake that they pulled or had. Like right there. He did a mistake of, you know, keep trying to 360 around the small little rock knowing that I was right there. Pallets are fine sometimes. I usually don't have a problem with them, but it gets kind of annoying when there's like pallets back to back to back. That gets irritating too. But I feel like the biggest problem I have is how this game is skewed directly towards the survivors and, you know, play with friends and shit. Because what's the point of the game as playing Survivor when nobody's gonna want to play Killer? When I first got the game, when it came out free for PlayStation Plus, which is what got me into it, the biggest problem I had with it was we couldn't find a killer at all. It would take us maybe 5 to 10 minutes per queue to find a single killer. And then when I hopped over and played Killer, because I wanted to try it out, it took me a good 2 seconds to find 4 survivors or a whole group of play with friends. And then at the time, I was enjoying Killer a lot because low levels don't know what they're doing. The game was fresh to me, and a lot of the people that were playing, they had no clue what was going on. And it was fun. I didn't get 4 kills every single game. I was getting 4 kills every now and again. And it annoys me that when I do good, that the survivors think that I'm like cheating or something. I'm playing on PlayStation, and in my opinion, I've never really seen that many cheaters on it. I've seen a couple of wall hackers, and I've never seen an aimbot on PlayStation for as long as I've been playing. Or something like that, anything like that. I know aimbot doesn't or exist in this game because it's, you know, not a game for shooting. But I haven't seen too many hacking. I went against one lag switcher, and they were really weird because while we were being chased, he was messaging us off a different account, and he was messaging us the exact things he was doing. He'd be like, "Haha, I got you," and then he goes, "I see you" from across the map, and then all of a sudden you hear a hillbilly's chainsaw coming at you, and then as soon as you got down, I got a message going, "Haha, I got you." And that was the only time that's happened. That happened like a week and a half ago, maybe. Oh, that was on my 360. And that's really it. I feel like killers are always toned down, strength-wise. Because I remember when the Spirit was on the test servers, she had the quote-unquote bug that when she went into her, I don't know what it's called, because I don't own her. I didn't put any money to her because I heard she wasn't a great killer. Her ability, when she went into her ability and, you know, she went invisible and stuff, that you could see the killers, or not the killers, the survivors' bloodstains on the ground. And I thought that was part of the character, and I thought that was really cool because then, you know, it would make her a good tracking character. But then they removed it, and they made her, when you can hear the really loud whooshing sound, and it's directional. So when I play Survivor and I'm playing against a Spirit, usually I can tell where they're coming from. I remember I was playing with a friend, it was me and my friends. We were going against Spirit, and I heard the Spirit behind us, and I went to my friend, start running, and they said why, and I told them to just start running. And so they started running, and then a second later, all of a sudden, the killer was right behind them. And when I was playing Survivor, I thought that was cool and all. I feel like this definitely has 2 perspectives. So you have the Survivor perspectives and the killer's perspectives. But when you really nail it down, the killer is very underpowered, and survivors are very overpowered. And I feel like killers, I'm pretty sure somebody stated this in a YouTube video, I forget that, I don't remember, I think it was Tide Time. He's a very great Dead by Daylight YouTuber, you should check him out. Shout out to him, because he actually made me a better killer with his tips and tricks video and stuff like that. And True Talent as well, check out True Talent and Tide Time, they're excellent YouTubers. And I greatly applaud that for sticking with this game through its hardships and stuff. Anyways, I feel like the killers need a buff, like I said. To be honest, I totally forgot what I was going on about just now. My mind isn't good anymore. But that's really it, to be honest. That's like as far as like the rant that I had in mind. I feel like there are ways killers could be good and adjusted, but survivors always seem, not all survivors, some survivors are actually really good. I've had plenty of survivors message me GG after like we had a good game. You know, I killed 3 of them, 1 of them got out, we had good chases and stuff. But I feel like the other half, the majority, not even the half, the majority seem to be toxic survivors that get mad when you kill them because of their mistakes or tunnel them. Because when I'm playing Survivor and I'm getting tunneled, I get annoyed, yes, because you know it's annoying and frustrating, and I understand that. But then I think to myself, well, what would I have done if I was in that position? If I was playing killer and I was recently picked off the hook, the killer is near me, there is a fully healed survivor and a survivor that needs 2 more hooks and injured, I would have gone for the injured survivor as well. It's logical. You would go for the survivor that could die faster. That's the whole premise of the killer. It's to kill the survivor. Then they get mad when you're tunneling me. And most of the time what I do is like, I'll try not to tunnel because even I know that it gets irritating. So you know, the start of the game, you know, I'll try to get everybody hooked at once. But then after a while, it's kind of like whoever I see is who I'm going after. So if you just got off the hook and I see you because you're playing like an idiot and making stupid decisions and have yourself flat out on the open, I'm gonna go after you, dude. I don't care if you get mad. It's like my whole job is to kill you, not make sure you have a good time. I'm here to have a good time too, and I'm having a good time by killing you, not by getting blinded or pallet loops, pallet drops. I'm not having fun like that. Maybe you're having fun. Yeah, good for you, but after that's done and I kill you, I'm having fun after that. And then when I kill you, you start bitching and groaning. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Like, you're not gonna win every single game. I'm not gonna win every single game. I'm gonna get a couple of kills. You're gonna get generators, and you're gonna leave possibly, or I'll kill you. In my opinion, like a standard game, in my opinion, for me is, or not a standard game, a good game for me is 2 survivors. 2 survivors for me is usually what I go for. Right now I have 3 kills. I'm actually surprised. I didn't realize I have 3 kills right now. This is above average for me. I typically just go for 2 kills, and then after that I just go on because you gotta keep going. The game hasn't ended yet. But for me, my goal every game is 2 kills. 2 kills every game. And that's it. But I just realized that I ran to this entire game. I'll leave it to that. Thanks for whoever watched and listened to this stupid rant. And just remember that if the killer's camping or he's tunnel visioning, try to put yourself in that position. And if you've never played the killer, play the killer, level them up, get your rank up, then come back and tell us or tell the community how you feel. Are you still on survivor side saying survivors are trash or whatever, or are you on the killer side where you feel that killers are underpowered and they need a buff? I personally, at the start of the game, I thought that the killer was OP. Survivors didn't have anything to go for them. They were like the worst thing to play. I got better, I leveled up, and then I kind of realized I was getting bored because of how easily I was like floating through these games. I was breezing through my games. But anyways, that's it. Thank you for watching. I appreciate the view. Have a good one and take care.